What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You can see we have a 430i BMW, and I got the top down, and the reason I got the top down is because we're going to be replacing a window motor on that driver's side right there. If your window motor isn't working, your top isn't going to come down. Luckily for me, this one was intermittent, and it was working sometimes wasn't, and I was testing out the motor, and the motor is bad. I can supply power to it. Sometimes it would work. I hit on it a little bit because I've already had it off once for testing purposes, but if you hit on it, it would start working. If you don't, it would quit working. So we know the regulator is good, so we don't have to replace that, and you have to pull the window, regulator, and motor all out, one assembly out, but you have to have the convertible top down. If you cannot get your convertible top down, there's two methods I saw of doing this. One is a pain in the butt, where it talks about having to unbolt it, get people to take it off with you. You have to have like 3 or 4 people because this thing weighs buttload, and you have to take the whole top off and all this other stuff. I saw it on, I forgot what video it was, but I saw a video of somebody talking about that. And then I had an idea and I looked it up, and apparently other people have tried this. You can take all this off, all the covers and stuff that we're going to show you how to do. You can take all that off. You can plug the new motor, which I have it right here, official BMW part too. But you can plug the new motor in. As long as it sees that it is running, it will retract the top. So with that said, try it that way, a lot easier. I mean, it's still going to be a pain in the butt to get all these panels off so you can retract the top. But this specifically applies to a convertible top, not a standard sedan, coupe, whatever, solid top. This is for convertible top, just so y'all know. But I'll go ahead and show y'all the part number. 67627046031, and like I said, this is a BMW part. This little motor is not cheap. I got it from FCP Euro, not a sponsor. We'll tag them in the video and all that stuff because they are a great place to go. Like I said, not sponsored by them or anything. I did pay for this out of pocket, so just so you know, they are a great company. Lifetime warranty on like everything, even fluids, from what I'm told. So if you want to check them out, do that. But like I said, this is your motor, and getting to it is not the easiest thing in the world. So let me set y'all up. We're going to be going inside of the car. We'll go from there. You're going to need some Torx bits and 10 millimeters. I can tell you that right now. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, there is a Torx bit up in here. There's also a spot right here, but there is no Torx bit up in there. And you're going to have to get a T25 and find the thing. Okay, we'll pull this out. They're not real deep, and then this will pop up and out. Just be careful, because back here on this part right here, you have to slide it out from underneath there. And there's also a connector in here, so be careful of that. And there's some little clips in here. It's stuck in here pretty good. So just take your time. Don't go crazy on pulling anything. Just don't sound like you're breaking stuff. It's part of it. See this wire? This wire goes into, there's a little box right here. Move y'all in a little bit. But there's a little box right here. And you're gonna want to make sure that this is in good shape and pull that out. You just push down on the top just a little bit and pull back, you can get it out. Be careful, don't lose your screw. Your screw, I got you on forward facing. So, screw is right here. We're gonna put this where we can find it. And then this little box right here, we're going to take the torch bit, and I think you can even use a little 10mm, but you're going to take that, unscrew that so you can move this where you need to. But it should be the same size on this, and it should stay encapsulated. Try to pull this back connector because it is really tight on these. Well, you know what? That ground strap is like right there. Actually, take that out. And most of these torch bits are the same. So if you take this out, come on. Should be using my electric ratchet, but if you take this out, it will give you some wiggle room to move it around. All right. Just be careful. That is a very thin wire on the back side. All right, got y'all flip back around now. And that way I can kind of show y'all a little bit better where this stuff is. So you got to take this metal piece out. There's a 10, a torch bit, 10, Torx, 10, 10. You got to pull that out, and then we're going to pull some of this rubber stuff up so that we can kind of get it out from underneath there. And just take your time. This will come up. It's just, it is on this very tightly. Make sure. Now, some of our clips are missing right here as well. Not a big deal. But this one should be a 25. Take that out. That should be a ground strap. Right there. I'm setting everything inside. And these are going to be bigger. I think those are T30s. Yes, these are T30s and those are 10s. So that come out with it, actually. So you don't have to pull it off. So we got this whole piece off. Now you can see down inside of here, and I'll set that to the side. And this right here is where your window is going to come out. But you do have to pull this panel right here off. I don't know if y'all are seeing that right. But the window motor comes out right here. You got to pick it up and pull the whole assembly out from over there. It's real tight, and it's going to take you probably a few movements to get it out. But we do have to pull this door panel piece right here off. Okay, like I was saying, next step we got to do is pull this panel off. So we're going to pull this weather stripping and this piece right here up a little bit. And she is in there. All right, you can see I got it out a little bit. And to take this out, it is literally just pop clips. You can see right there. You're going to grab it and gently. Well, so I have a pry tool, and I can get down in there. You got to see exactly where they're all at. But where are you? think it's right down in here. Just don't want to pry on anything that isn't connected. But yeah, you're just going to gently pry out along this door. So let me pry this out so I can kind of show you exactly where all of our door clips are. And there are a few connectors you need to get off inside of there. And it'd be easier to show you where everything is once the panel is folded back. As y'all can see, took the seat out. Don't have to worry, it is super easy to do. If you look right here, grab the bottom and firmly pull up, and then you pull back towards the front of the car. Seat comes right out, no issues. It's super easy to do this, so you don't have to worry about there being some kind of special tools to pull this. As you see, I got the door panel pulled back. I did that because it was hard for me to pull the seat back, or the side cover out enough to clear the clips. You can see one of them is still stuck in here, just right here. So we do have to get that one out, but not a big problem. What you'll have to do is right here, you got speaker connector, then you got a connector right there, and then there's one more underneath. I'm gonna set y'all up so y'all can watch me pull this out real quick. All right, I don't know how well y'all can see, but we're gonna pull this connector. If I can get my clip underneath there. There it goes. And then on this bottom one, there is a clip, just a little push tab. So that's just a little thumb tab you push. That is a harder one, the bottom side. You need to kind of get something underneath there and pull it out. And then you have your radio connector right here. I think it's right there on the side. So your clips, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. That one's the one that got. And then 7, and then that's just like a position pin. And there's your door panel. Okay, so to make things easier, I rolled the window back up. Like I said, mine is working intermittently, so I can do that. But in theory, you would like to have it in the up position just so you can grab a hold to it and maneuver it out a lot better. But if you look right there, see that little plug? We're going to have to pull that out. There's that 13 millimeter in there. And you're going to pull that plug out, pull that 13 millimeter. Hold on to your window because that takes all your whole assembly out. So you can lift it up. You're going to have one connector for the motor, and then you're going to have a little push-in clip to help hold the wire to the regulator itself. So I'm going to pop that out so you can watch me pull everything out of here. All right, now we're going to try to pull this window out. Here is your connector. There's another clip on top. I thought there was only one, but there's 2. There we go. As you can see, I got it on a cart. There's a piece of wood with some old t-shirts that somebody gave me for rags that I put on here just to protect the glass. And we're gonna have to flip it over and take this motor off. Or you can do it just like this but let me show you the back of it real quick. And you got 3 Torx bits right there, and those come off right there. I think they are T30s, if I remember correctly. So 10 mil, T30. And these are like self-tapping screws. Come on, get off of there. That's what the screws look like. There's one more. Okay. And then after that, the motor should lift right off now. Be careful. It may have a little bit of tension on it. Okay. So remember, it goes in like this. You might have to like twist and turn it to get it to line up correctly. And we'll start 1, 2, and 3. All right, we got them started. Now, like I said, these are kind of like self-tappers, so. Remember to connect all your connectors as you are putting it back into the window slot. As you just saw, window went up and down, no issues. And I'm going to do it a few more times just to verify that everything is working correctly and that nothing is binding up again. And then we're just going to start reassembling everything. Okay, now I'm going to put the seat in. I got the door panel pretty much all put back together. All I have to do is just put on the little rubber end cap piece, and that's pretty simple. Now, putting this in is actually harder than getting it out, just because you have to feed in the seatbelt buckles.